get that off of there. Oh, what's up? What's up? What's up? Welcome back to the greatest show on earth. We are in the building again. We are at the LeVar Walker Show podcast. Before I get started, if you live in the Indianapolis, Indiana area, I'm going to be at the Helium Comedy Club. I'll be there January 20th to 22nd in the upstairs room. They trying the brother out in the little room, but before they let me go to the big room. So pull up on me, Indianapolis. Indy. Pull up. Indianapolis Helium. I will be on the way. Hope you guys are having a great morning. Welcome back as we discuss the trending topics of the day and everything that's going on. And so without further ado, we're going to get right into it. On the plane recently, it looked like just yesterday, Ja Rule ran into Tony Yayo and Uncle Murda, and a fight almost broke out on the plane. As we can see here, and I'm gonna pull this up for you guys. We're gonna go over what happened. Let's just take a look at this. And to stage, we see Ja on the plane, and here we go. Let me change my sound real quick. All right, here we go.
Let's shake. Come on. Let's shake. Let's shake. Let's shake. Let's shake. Come on. Let's shake. Let's shake. Let's shake. Come on. Let's shake.
All of these men are approaching 60 years of age. 60-year-old black men about to fight on the plane. Almost 60-year-old black men who are probably, out of three of them, they probably all suffering from hypertension, diabetes, inflamed prostates. But they're willing to fight and crash out over beefs that happened 30 to 40 years ago. If I was a black person on that plane, especially a black male, I could not have been more embarrassed. This is embarrassing. All of y'all are granddaddies and damn near great granddaddies. You on the plane about to fight like this is the movie Life. With Claude and whatever Eddie and Martin's characters on Life. All I'm going to say is two words to you, brothers, and that's grow up. Grow up, man. Grow up. The tough street shit is over. Nobody cares, man. At the end of the day, y'all should have hugged or laughed. But grow up, man. Grow up. It's almost disgusting. And as a community, when we see such nigga behavior, we have to shame it as a community. Have to shame it. And that's what I'm here to do, to shame this type of behavior and these type of niggas into darkness. Because this isn't necessary. These are geriatrics. You put them on the basketball court, I'm almost 50, they're almost 60. You put them on the basketball court, they will tear a meniscus. They will tear an ACL. They will pull or break a hip stepping out of the shower. But for whatever reason, being cocooned in street nigga shit, they still almost 60, looking like fucking clowns. On a flight, fighting, about to fight. About to fight. Over what? Beefs, hip-hop beefs from 30 years ago. Beefs that have only enriched other communities. And the community that is enriched, I don't have the money. I can't afford, and I'm not in position to say what that community is. but you and I know what it is. So here you on the plane, you business class, whatever you are, you a black man with your suit and tie on, and you see these niggas acting fools. This pushes us back. It always kicks the ball back a little bit more. Every time. Now, I'm not going to sit here and dismiss what happened to us as a group, but as for us being accountable, nigga, this is not the way. So I want to look at another video they had on there where it shows, I guess, Uncle Murda and the other one with I guess Ja Rule threw a pillow at Tony Yayo. So let's look at that. Okay, this is another angle we have here. This is another angle we have. So not only are they fighting, these niggas is pillow fighting on the plane.
Suck ass Ja Rule on the plane. Suck ass up, you fucking suck.
There are regulations prohibit the use of cellular networks during flight, the use of Wi-Fi to make video or voice calls.
These are geriatric men. Geriatric.
This way he was sitting before we got him out of
here. Well, it looked like, maybe in this particular situation, it looks like Ja Rule was the aggressor. So I got to deduct even more points from Ja Rule. But for all three of y'all, it just still looks ridiculous. Y'all look like children. And I'm going to say to our young black men, these are very, very poor examples of what to grow up to be. This is just a total fucking disgrace. And it makes me sick to my stomach. These niggas is missing back teeth. Missing back teeth. It got another grown man taking care of them at almost 60. And this is where we are. Damn near 60 years old, being taken care of by another grown ass man, and we getting into pillow fights on the plane in 2026. In 2026. This is the example that's gonna go out to the world this morning. Not the example of the brother that's doing right, taking care of his family. These are the type of niggas that unfortunately represent the overwhelming majority of loving, kind, smart, and educated black people. This is what we have. This is what we have. So it looks like they did escort Ja Rule off the plane. And I guess, making threats on the plane, I think Tony Yayo did holler out that is a felony. And the thing about it, like, one thing cool about being a square and a non-street nigga, you can just look at nigga and say, I'm gonna call the law on you. I'm gonna put you in jail, nigga, and that's gonna stop everything. I'm gonna put paperwork on you. That's all you gotta say. So this is just very, very sad. Very, very sad. And this is just where we are. Like, hip hop is wild. And maybe this will help Uncle Murda and Tony Yayo with their podcast they got coming out. I don't know. But yeah, this is rather unfortunate. This is rather unfortunate. They're all sitting there fussing. Just clowns. Just clowns, y'all. What else is going on in the world today? We like to sit here and vibe and chop it up and look at our topics to see everything that's going on. This is an old video showing. Oh no, that's some Stephon Diggs. Oh Lord, they happen to be playing Ja Rule too. You know, this happened, I guess, before Cardi B and Stephon broke up. This video, this was when they were together. This video was out, and you see Stephon on the boat with the young ladies. They in his face. They ready to eat him alive. And that's like, I don't know why Cardi get mad because he bought one of his baby mamas to the game. I don't know why she drew that line right there, because this was going on. They even sitting up there with the pink. That's that pink stuff, that pink powder, which is insane to me. It's insane, guys. It's insane. But welcome, y'all. I'm glad y'all pulled up on your boy. And also, too, remember Helium. I'm going to be in Indianapolis, Indiana. I'm coming to Indianapolis, Indiana. I just picked up that show yesterday. So February 20th to 22nd, y'all come pull up on your boy and show some love so we can have a great, great time. One of these days, I'm going to organize this show where I'm just talking about the topics and I can hit y'all back to back instead of like rambling, which is what I'm doing now. Let's see what Jake Paul says. Oh, yeah. They're showing the hypocrisy of Jake Paul, who fights Puerto Rican fighters, but draws the line over the Bad Bunny Super Bowl, which, like I said yesterday, not tripping over that performance. I just wish I understood it. That's all I want to do. Also, too, SpaceX and Elon Musk, they have decided, instead of going to Mars first, they decided to build on the moon. So they want to build on the moon, and I don't know why he's just not coming up with this idea. But I guess they want the moon to be we go to the moon first and then get ready before we go to Mars, which I don't know how the hell people are going to survive on Mars or the moon. But we got something to look forward to, I guess. People will be taking trips. You go to trips and take that first vacation on the moon. I'm pretty sure Disney World will open their first theme park there. And if there are any moon people, your cost of living is about to go through the roof. You're going to get gentrified off the fucking moon. I'm telling you right now, white people are not playing. They're moving to these different planets, and we're going to follow. We're going to follow you guys. We're coming with you guys, okay? So, yeah, so it'll be very, very interesting, to say the least. This is interesting. This is interesting. What is it about these squatters? Do y'all know what squatters are? So a squatter is a person that occupies a property, but they don't move, and they just end up taking over your property, and then you have to go through all kind of rules to get them out. This one is about a squatter named Tamika Good. She was a squatter of a $2.3 million mansion in Bethesda, Maryland. She went to jail for 12 days, came back out, and went right back to the property. Let's take a look at this.
Why are you in a $2.5 million property?
Let's take a look at this. See, they don't play this shit in Georgia. The laws don't allow for that. They will evict your ass in Georgia. You gotta go. That marshal coming.
Get out my face.
Ma'am, why are you in a $2.5 million property?
After months of delays, Good was convicted on all counts on January 22nd, sentenced to 90 days in prison. Pollard continues to face extradition for multiple vehicle theft-related crimes in Pennsylvania. 11 days later, Good was released on appeal on February 2nd after posting a $5,000 cash bond. Activities at the house started again soon after her release. For days, a woman wearing similar shoes and green pants was seen moving in and out of the alleged Bethesda squatter home. We spoke with Alex Webster about his client.
Look, there's a question. It's really the number one question on everybody's mind. How would your client, Ms. Tamika Good, get inside a $2.3 million property?
Cut. I don't know if I can answer that. Allegedly. Can I cut?
We're
rolling.
We're rolling, my friend. Yeah.
I can tell you right now, this lawyer is about to lose this case. As you can see that look on his face. They asked the question of how this woman got into the $2.5 million property to squat. And right now, he's sitting there looking befuddled. He's going to lose. If your lawyer looks like that, guess what? You're going to jail. Just go ahead, plead out. You're going to jail. If you ever seen that look on your lawyer's face, you're done. And this is a life sentence that I'm seeing in his eyes.
All right, can you re-ask the question?
Sure, absolutely. So the number one question on everybody's mind is how your client, Ms. Tamika Good, got into a $2.3 million property.
Well, Ms. Good did her research. She found out that a certain property was under the control of a certain group, and that there was a title issue. Due to the title issue, she was able to assume the property under squatters' rights.
So in Maryland, there isn't a particular squatter right. Am I missing something?
Well, it's not a particular squatter's right, but it's known as squatter rights.
So in Maryland, I guess this woman has squatters right. Wow, that's cool. I mean, I guess the rent is so high. She figured out a way to look through loopholes and just go occupy a property and just sit and live in that property. And I guess they still have the lights and the heat and the water on, or the utilities are on. And, you know, if you're going to squat, why not squat in style? Why not squat in a $2.3 million man? I mean, who would want to pick just a regular house to stay in? Why not this house? If you're gonna squat in style. So I'm gonna give her that squat in style. Go all the way, baby. Go all the way. You know what the IG pics looking like right now? Think about that. If you're gonna squat in style. And let's look up some of these Maryland squatters' rights. Let's ask our good friend Gemini about Maryland squatters' rights. Just imagine you got a crib for rent or vacant, and you come over there and somebody in there living, they're telling you to get out. Let's take a look at this. So in Maryland, squatter rights are legally known as adverse possession. Unlike some states with shorter timelines, Maryland has one of the longest requirements in the country. A squatter must occupy a property for 20 years before they can claim legal ownership. Here's a breakdown of how the law works and how property owners can protect themselves. To successfully claim adverse possession in Maryland, an individual must occupy the land continuously for at least 20 consecutive years. If the squatter leaves for a period and then returns, the clock usually resets. For a court to even consider a claim of ownership, the squatter must prove their possession, meet these 5 specific criteria. The squatter must physically live on or use the property as an owner would. Example, maintenance, fencing, or gardening. Open and notorious. The occupation must be obvious. They cannot hide their presence. It must be clear to neighbors and the owner. Exclusive. The squatter must be the only person using the property. They cannot share it with the owner or the general public. Hostile. This does not mean aggressive. It means they are without the owner's permission. No lease or verbal consent. They must hold the property for the full 20-year period without any significant gaps in time. And how to remove a squatter. If someone is on your property without permission, you cannot simply change the locks or throw their belongings out, known as self-help evictions. Doing so can lead to legal liability. Instead, Maryland provides specific legal pathways. This is the most common action used to remove a squatter who never had a lease or permission to be there. File a complaint for wrongful detainer in the district court of the county where the property is located. The court will hold a hearing. If you prove you are the owner, the person has no right to be there. The judge will issue a judgment for possession. If the squatter still won't leave, you must file a warrant of restitution, which authorizes the sheriff to physically remove them. If the person was originally a legitimate tenant but stayed after their lease expired, you must file a tenant holding over action instead of a wrongful detainer. Jesus Christ. Okay, so if you live in the Maryland area and you see a vacant place, just go live in it, because the way their laws are set up, you should be okay. You should at least probably be able to get like 2 years of free rent, you know? So you won't have to do anything. Think about that. That's the way to go, guys. Very, very interesting. I know that woman's TikTok page and her videos, talking head videos, look amazing in the mansion that she's squatting in. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Let me get back to my shout out to this biker gang. So a biker gang yesterday made a guy apologize for going in a restaurant. One of the bikers or somebody went and called the guy the N-word, and the biker gang drug his ass back in there to make him apologize.
They yoked him up, making that nigga say sorry. They making him say sorry.
You're a gangster is now. Fucking asshole.
They do not. Get the fuck out of here. They made him say sorry. Get him out of here.
What a beautiful thing. What a beautiful thing. What a way to come together as a community to fight racism, to kick racism's ass. I want to applaud these bikers. As you can see, he's apologizing to an elderly black man right there. They held him accountable and made him do it. And that is such a beautiful gesture. And it looks like people of all colors have come together for that. So that's a beautiful thing. And that shows some progress. That shows that I think for the most part, a lot of us do love each other. So shout out to those guys, man. Beautiful, beautiful thing. Let's play it out. Good job. Good job. They should have made him buy his meal too, but that's a beautiful thing. And thank you to the bikers. What a way to go! What a way to go! And once again, guys, as I'm sitting here talking to you, I'm going to be live in Indianapolis at the Helium Comedy Club. That ticket link should be up shortly. I'm guessing by today, or it's up now. They might run sales. I don't know, but I'm going to keep talking about it. It's a very small room. It don't hold a lot of seats, but I'm doing 5 shows out there. So y'all can pull up. We have a good time. Very intimate setting. And we're gonna have fun.
That means he's good at it.
Here's a woman saying, I don't know how y'all feel about this. You can chime in on this discussion. This young lady is saying a woman should never leave her man for cheating. Y'all can chime in on this. Ain't nobody really talking this more. I guess everybody might be at work or something like that, but y'all can chime in on this topic. Let's listen to what this young lady has to say.
Y'all gonna hate what I'm about to say, but I'm gonna say it anyway. Cheating is not enough to leave that man. Y'all looking at me crazy, but it's true. I'm sorry, but I wholeheartedly believe that every single man cheats. And if you getting up under this post saying, oh, my man don't cheat, my man don't this, that means he's good at it. Long story short, if that man is treating you well, you are taken care of, you're not getting hands put on you, you feel me? He's providing. Cheating is at the bottom of the list. All the bitches about to get in my comments like, oh, sis, there's people who don't cheat out there. Da, 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 da. Find them. Every single man cheats, sweetheart.
Well,
and the sooner y'all accept that, the sooner you'll be happier.
Okay, well, this is a good topic. I don't cheat, but I do understand what this lady is saying. I don't cheat, but at the same time, I'm still a man, right? And here's the thing. I'm a heterosexual straight man. And most men, the way our brains are wired, like with all of the seed that we have, you just think about this, right? I'm generating probably 300 million sperms like every day, right? So we are biologically wired to want to fertilize and spread seed. And so a lot of those relationships with men, not me because I don't cheat, but a lot of those relationships with men, they can go be with a woman and outside of the physical, there's a lot of times zero emotional connection. But it gets sticky because, on the other hand, whoever that woman is you're cheating on or cheating with, the woman, will start to develop emotional connections and feelings, and then they become ready to burn your house down and destroy your family. And so, in that, you have to decide, like, as a man, is it worth it? And not only worth it, but my thing is, do you really want to hurt your partner? Do you want to embarrass her? Do you want her to have that, thinking about you smashing other woman and maybe bringing back other juices into the house? So, as I do understand what this young lady is saying, it's still up to us as men, to make proper decisions. And dig discipline is key. The lack of dig discipline has destroyed many empires. It's destroyed men. So you really got to have that, right? Our digs have lost us so much money and time and just everything. Our digs have destroyed like lives, not only ours but others around us. So, but I do get what she's saying. Most women probably won't. They'll disagree and call this young lady a pick me. But I do understand what she's saying. And then too, some women are just so I think a lot of times the woman's reasoning is like, I love you, I committed to you, why can't you commit to me? And I don't think it's more so about the physical, but it's much more about the lack of trust and disrespect and the damage to that woman's ego. So yeah, that's a heavy topic. Shout out to everybody that watch me on the gram. We got them in here. We on everybody on YouTube is watching. Big YouTube audience, man. We got 20 people on Twitter, 67 on YouTube, 4 on Facebook, and 1 on Twitch. 92 people here, and then we have our people on. Is still on? Am I still on Instagram?
Y'all gonna hear what I'm about to say, but I'm gonna say it anyway.
I should be still on Instagram. And for those of y'all who just tuned in, remember, I'll be in Indianapolis at the Helium. Pull up on me. We'll have a good time. I don't know where I'll put my. Let me open up a new window. Let me see if I'm still on the gram. Am I still on the gram? It's at the. Oh yeah, I'm still on Instagram. I just took that. Shout out to everybody watching me on the gram right now too, man. Shout out to everyone watching me. Let me take this off. But that was a great topic for discussion. So you ladies should come in and chime in and tell me how you feel about what that young lady said in regards to men cheating, and if you should leave. Would you leave your man if you caught him cheating? This was something very, very disturbing that I saw the other day. First of all, the black community, we really need to give special grace and thanks to the cell phone, where we can record things so people just can't easily incriminate us. There was a brother that's an Uber driver, and he had a lady that didn't want to leave. Let's take a look.
He's videoing me now.
Yeah, for my safety.
If you feel endangered, I would refer you to call the police.
So what do you provide as a safety line?
She says she feels unsafe. I'm sitting here, obviously, have my seatbelt on. Nothing's going on. She's sitting back there. She refuses to get out of my vehicle. So I'm recording for my safety.
This is a pure hate crime that's taking place right now. And I'm so happy this brother's recording this on his phone. This woman is acting like the man is a threat in the Uber.
Is there any store or is there anything in the area that you're in that you can go in and wait for your next Uber driver?
As you can see, there's businesses right in front of us. You see the businesses. She says she don't feel safe, but she refuses to get out. She can go right to the business over there. There's chairs. She can sit there with her things and wait for her next Uber.
She's gonna drive off with my packages. I mean,
do you know how scary this is for this black man in this Uber with this white woman? And she's calling the police on him, but thank God he filmed this and he has his cell phone. But depending on, where they're at, what part of the country they're at, this guy could be in a world of trouble. If we think about if we think about a time before cell phones and he's in 1941, it's over. It's over.
Just like, I've never had this before. I'm pretty surprised that you're not able to provide more assistance other than call the police. I have an expensive package in the trunk. If I get out, what if he drives off with it?
Now she's saying I might drive off with her things when I can clearly just take them out and place them over the side.
Get out of his car and he's on the phone with the authorities. You could get your package and wait for your next Uber.
But how do I get the package? I need him to open the trunk.
Open the trunk.
Okay.
You can ask him to open the trunk.
Well, I'll do that right now. Whatever gets you out of here, I don't care. I'll open it. You get your package, whatever you need to do. I'm going to get her package out of the back because she's scared I'm going to take her package.
He more scared than her. Trust me. I know how he feel.
This is her package. Get her package out. I set it right here beside her so she can have it.
Because, see, she probably looking to come up for some money, a lawsuit.
Her package is out. Her package is right there. I'm right here. I'm getting back into my vehicle.
Did she get out? Let me see if she got out. Did she ever get out?
The package is right there. I'm right here. I'm getting back into my vehicle.
I would have just took you know what I'd have did? I just took the keys, shut the car, and walked away. Oh, she did get out. She did get out of the car. No case. Good for you, brother. Very good for this brother. I'm so glad that he filmed that. And nothing happened. And she finally got out of the car. She wasn't getting no money. Hey, it's trying to come up and get some money, man. That's crazy. So y'all keep especially men. I think every man should just keep a body cam on at all times. Especially men, regardless of color or race, because we could always be called out or something that happened. Bro, could somebody tell me? I don't know. So they're saying, this is what they're saying. They're saying that Jeffrey Epstein is walking around Tel Aviv. That's what they're saying right now. They're saying he's still alive in Tel Aviv, walking around like this. Now, I don't know if this is an AI generated photo or what, but this is what we got. This got to be AI, bro. It ain't no way. It's no way. Okay. Maybe, yeah, this got it. Yeah, this AI. Wait a minute. They say this image is likely real. So he's still alive? Could he still be alive? Let's do some research here. Let me see. Let's see what we got going on here. Let's say this dude might be alive. Let me see.
Give this the truth or fake treatment. Vedika Bahel, over by the big board. Good evening to you, Vedika. Great to see you. The frenzy and fallout surrounding the Epstein files continues. Fake photos of Epstein going viral this weekend, fueling conspiracy theories that he is alive and hiding out in Israel. What's going on?
Well, since these latest files have been released, Jeffrey Epstein has been firmly in focus. And these types of conspiracy theories that Epstein faked his death, it's nothing new, really. We have seen them circulating ever since he was found dead in his cell in August of 2019. But this weekend, new fake photos went viral, adding fuel to the fire with these conspiracy theories that he's very much alive and spotted on the streets of Israel. Now, these are the images that circulated. Users online claimed that Israel faked his death and that Epstein was seen walking the streets of Tel Aviv in Israel. It shows a man with white hair, flanked by two bodyguards, a much shaggier version of a man who does resemble Jeffrey Epstein, we could say. Now, this wasn't the only one. There was another image that went viral online as well. This one here, again, showing a man, showing Jeffrey Epstein with a much longer white beard. Again, people claiming that he is very much seen alive in Israel. But what I can tell you is that these images are not real and they are very much generated by artificial intelligence, which is just adding fuel to the fire with these conspiracy theories.
Well, they are good resemblances, aren't they? So, Vedika, tell us what gives it away that these images aren't actually the real deal.
Well, by doing a reverse image search on our initial viral photo, we were able to take it. We were able to find the first publication of it, which was this account on Reddit, an account named Hard AI Images, an account which is dedicated to sharing AI-generated content. Now, this is the full version of that photo. The one that we saw previously shared on social media was a cropped version. And interestingly enough, in this full version of the image, we can see something here in the bottom corner, and that is a diamond logo. Now, that diamond logo is the logo for Google's Gemini, of which its image generator Nano Banana is very much integrated into its AI Gemini chatbot. Now, cropping, like we saw done with this photo online, is a technique that's often used to share falsehoods or spread fake news because it enables users to crop or remove the AI logo or watermark involved. I also want to mention here that these street signs in Hebrew do not actually mean anything. They don't translate to anything useful. And again, this is another consistent AI giveaway. Now, it's not just physical factors as well. There's also Google's digital synth ID watermark, which is also detected embedded in the false image itself. Now, I want to take us to our second photo, which we saw here, the one of Jeffrey Epstein with a longer beard, again, claiming to be in Israel. Now, this is, in fact, a retouched image of a very real image of Jeffrey Epstein. It was featured in the Netflix documentary about Epstein titled Filthy Rich. We can see the original photo documented here on the IMDb website about Filthy Rich. It's the same vehicle, same jacket, same clothing. So we can see that AI has been used here to retouch.
With this AI, it's like we coming to a place in society where you won't be able to tell what's real and what's fake. We won't be able to tell, man. It's getting, we will not be able to distinguish the real from the fake. And I don't know how that's going to work out in court, you know? I don't know how that'll work out. But, so that was fake news. Fake news. It wasn't real. Very fake. It's just fake news.
Crop or remove the AI logo.
This is sad. Look at this. Look at this. He took out his wife and her parents. Look at that. Didn't even care. Look at that. Look at this.
I walked in and they're all sitting there in the kitchen.
Your missus downstairs.
Downstairs. I walked in and I said, Ron and Linda, you need to leave. And my wife said, they're not going anywhere. I'm half owner of this place. They stay here as long as they want to.
Mm-hmm.
So I went outside. I got my gun. I walked back in. I shot them all in the head. Then I shot them all in the head again to make sure they were down.
Okay. Where'd you get the gun from?
I had it in my truck.
Okay. Do you usually keep a gun in your truck?
Yes, I do.
What kind of gun was that?
9mm.
Do you remember the brand, make, model, or anything?
It's Jimenez.
Jimenez. And you said that's a Jimenez 9mm?
Mm.
I mean, he don't give a damn. Boy, that's wild.
Mm.
Is it a black or chrome?
Silver.
Or about silver in color? Okay. And correct me if I'm wrong, but I might have heard that prior to law enforcement arriving, you unloaded it and put it on the tailgate of a truck?
I did.
Okay. So it sounds like you confronted Linda and Todd and told them to leave.
From the time that I lost it, it was under a minute.
Okay.
Everything was over.
Okay. So where was Ron at when you shot him?
Sitting in my chair at the table.
Sitting in your chair at the table.
And, when I told them they needed to leave, they didn't make a move to get up. They looked at her and decided they were staying.
They just ignored you.
And that's when I decided, all right then. Because, I warned her earlier in the week, and I told her I was very unhappy about this. And I said, you're going to make me go off.
Mm-hmm.
And if you do, this is on you.
Yeah.
This is tragic. But this is very, very sad. That all he had to do was leave, and he just couldn't take it anymore.
And this is what she got for it. She made me go off, and now there's 3 fucking dead.
She made him go off.
People. I didn't start off with a handgun.
Mm-hmm.
That's where it ended up.
Yeah. How long was it till you called 911? In between the time that you shot them and called 911, what was the time frame there?
Couldn't have been more than a few minutes.
Just a few minutes.
I come outside, and I seen my dad coming down there, and I told him, do not go down there. Get your ass back up in the house.
Did you tell him what had happened?
Yeah.
Okay. So what was it that you told him?
I told him I just shot him.
How did he react to that?
He was heartbroken, of course.
Yeah. Who was the first one of the 3 that you shot?
Ron.
You shot Ron. He was in your chair.
Ron was in the man's chair.
Did he see you coming, or?
Yeah.
What did he say?
He started to try. First he looked at her, and he started to turn his head to me, and by then I got him. And Linda was all fucking surprised that I just shot Ron, and I shot her in the fucking head.
Did either one?
And then I turned and I shot her.
Oh my gosh, this is crazy. Whew. I mean, he just said it like it's just another day. And then he went to Walmart to pick up a pack. I went to Walmart shortly after that, pick up a pack of meat, because one thing I like, they got that good brisket down there, and it's for a really good price. Man, that is very scary. It's very scary, y'all. Y'all got to be safe out here. We gotta work together. We gotta be safe. Oh no.
Jeffrey Epstein.
Here's a video of Ghislaine Maxwell. Ghislaine Maxwell has decided to plead the fifth in the Jeffrey Epstein case. She's going to plead out. She's not going to turn on Donald Trump, and I guess Trump will grant her clemency and a pardon. Let's look at that.
Ms. Maxwell, were you a close friend and confidant of Jeffrey Epstein?
I would like to answer your question, but on the advice of counsel, I respectfully decline to answer this question and any related questions. My habeas petition is pending in the Southern District of New York. I therefore invoke my right to silence under the Fifth Amendment to the U.S. Constitution.
Let the record reflect that Ms. Maxwell has invoked the Fifth Amendment against self-incrimination. Ms. Maxwell, please be very clear. Are you declining to answer the question put to you solely on the ground that you believe the answer will incriminate you?
I invoke my Fifth Amendment right to silence.
Ms. Maxwell, did you at any time play any role in Jeffrey Epstein's activities involving the recruitment, grooming, or trafficking of young women or girls?
I invoke my Fifth Amendment right to silence.
Let the record reflect that Ms. Maxwell has invoked the Fifth Amendment against self-incrimination. Ms. Maxwell, please be very clear. Are you declining to answer the question put to you solely on the ground that you believe the answer will incriminate you?
I invoke my Fifth Amendment right to silence.
Ms. Maxwell, have you ever coerced, directed, or otherwise instructed any young woman or girl to provide sexual favors to Mr. Epstein or any other individual?
I invoke my Fifth Amendment right to silence.
Let the record reflect that Ms. Maxwell has invoked the Fifth Amendment against self-incrimination. Ms. Maxwell, please be very clear. Are you declining to answer the question put to you solely on the ground that you believe the answer will incriminate you?
I invoke my Fifth Amendment right to silence.
Ms. Maxwell, did you and Jeffrey Epstein attempt to surround yourselves with influential individuals to curry favor and shield yourselves from potential scrutiny?
I invoke my Fifth Amendment right to silence.
Let the record reflect that Ms. Maxwell has invoked the Fifth Amendment against self-incrimination. Ms. Maxwell, please be very clear. Are you declining to answer the question put to you solely on the ground that you believe the answer will incriminate you?
I invoke my Fifth Amendment right to silence.
Ms. Maxwell, can you please provide us with all the names of other additional co-conspirators to the crimes perpetuated by you and Jeffrey Epstein?
I invoke my Fifth Amendment right to silence.
Let the record reflect that Ms. Maxwell has invoked the Fifth Amendment against self-incrimination. Ms. Maxwell, please be very clear. Are you declining to answer the question put to you solely on the ground that you believe the answer will incriminate you?
I invoke my Fifth Amendment right to silence.
Ms. Maxwell, is it your intention to answer every question put to you by the committee today with the assertion of your Fifth Amendment right against self-incrimination?
I invoke my Fifth Amendment right to silence.
The answer to that is yes also. So just as her lawyer, I'll tell you, yes, that's her intention.
Okay. Well, she's not willing to talk. They'll probably let her out soon. This is, this whole Epstein thing is just way above everybody's pay grade. And all these people going to walk. In this country, if you got the billions of dollars, the control and the power, it really doesn't matter. It doesn't even matter if they got evidence. They're going to walk. She's going to walk. She's going to get pardoned. Might even get a position in the next upcoming administration's cabinet. Because I swear, I think Trump is running the country from listening to podcasts. The country is being ran from Trump's favorite podcast, where he gets his information from. Joe Rogan, Trump is listening to Rogan and Dave Ramsey and podcasts to run this country. Literally. And he's just taking their ideas. That's what's going on. Okay, guys. I'm about to wrap this up. We done this for an hour, so appreciate you guys tuning into this show. It was now. I'm just staring unless y'all want to talk about something. Ain't none of y'all come in today. Nobody said nothing, not one word to me today. But I can't see the comments. Why is y'all showing up in comments there and not here? I don't know what this about. So I could see some. I can read some of y'all comments, but I froze. Am I still froze? Let me see. I don't think I froze. I just stopped talking. I was looking at stuff. I think that's what it was. Okay, I'm good now. It's so interesting because the comments, you must have a private page or something. I think you're the only one. 79 row, because I can't see you in my big comments. I see it on the screen, but not on the. Yeah, I don't see it. That's interesting. That's so weird. I don't know what's going on with that. Well, anyway, guys, we're going to get out of here. See y'all tomorrow. And also, too, check me out live. I'll be at the Helium in Indianapolis, February 20th to the 22nd. So, nothing but love, guys. And I'll see you all tomorrow. Good night and God bless.